What is good, everybody? It is the second episode of the NijiPodcast. I am joined with my co-host, Everything Animated, EA. You want to say something to the people?
Hi, I am very different from what I was a week ago. I'm sick,
He's not.
and not just any kind of sick. I've freaking got the COVID.
Yeah, the big sick.
Oh, it sucks. I I don't envy anybody that gets it, and to all the people that are wondering, yeah, it sucks. So, dodgeball tournament got me sick, and I will definitely never I won't get on a random team ever again. I have to know the people before.
I'm surprised they don't do like. You guys don't do like temperature checks or anything like that, cause like that's the thing.
Surprisingly, no. No, it's more of a like if you're vaccinated, you can play without a mask, or if you're unvaccinated, you have to play wearing a mask, so you kind of know who's who.
Okay.
But even then, even if you're like vaccinated, like you could still get it. Case in point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so it's just like, oh,
Well,
they probably should have done some temperature checks beforehand. Maybe this would have saved something, but I'm pretty sure I know who it was.
oh god, you know the person who did it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, next time I see them, I'll be sure to be like, "Hey, how's it going, buddy?"
Oh my god. All right. So we got the third episode. I watched this like I literally just watched this. But we're on schedule on the Saturday night. Love Live Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what are your initial like feelings on the episode? Good, bad, mid?
um, yeah, I would have to say that for me kind of mid, to be
Okay.
honest. Like the whole episode was about, well, it was about all four of these girls trying to kind of like be in sync and come to a decision on what to do as far as like anything. And nobody could agree with anything except what was it? One thing at the very end where it was just like the uniforms and the singing, but other than that it was all right. Like they even had like a new name introduced at the very end for that particular group, which was interesting. Interesting name, but I will say like their part was probably my least favorite, but Yu's part finding herself and then making that song at the end was like my favorite part of the show.
Okay, so my initial thoughts on the episode, I enjoyed this episode. I don't think it's one of his best episodes, but I enjoyed it. I do like your last point. I agree with like liking the you portion more. I wish that wasn't a B plot. I feel like that should have been the focus, and maybe Quartz should have been the subplot because
Yeah.
the you thing, like finding herself and composing music, that could have been an entire episode, and I feel like it was kind of wasted as something that was like in the background because we never had focus on it. We just saw a little bit of her and Mia, and she went to got the assignment and composed her music. We didn't even get to see her actually struggle with it too much, other than her sighing with everybody around her. So yeah, they
Bro.
definitely missed the opportunity with making that the main focus of an episode.
Yeah, I agree. I just I wish that I agree. I definitely think that should have been more of the focus versus just let's sleep over 3 days in a row and not agree on a fucking thing. That's all they did.
Yeah. So Quartz consists of four of our members: Emma, Kasumin, Kanata,
Mhm.
Rina. A very odd bunch. I never would have expected these four to get together, but what's interesting is this is not just an anime thing. This is an actual subunit within the Nijigasaki School Idol Girls. So Good morning, Fate Mooner. Fader Mooner. Fader? Fader Moon. I got you. Good morning.
He's such a fader.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's like Fate Moon, Reen, Saba. C would love you. But yeah, they're an actual subunit, and I don't think any of the Love Lives ever focused on their subunits when I think about it, because they're a lot of different subunits with all the Love Live shows that you know. Like I believe, because I'm trying to think of one that you know. Like in the original Love Live, Nico has her own subunit. I'm trying to think of who's in her group.
Isn't it kind of like split up by like all the years? You know, the first year, second year, third years.
No, they have like it's mixed. I believe her. I believe her group is like herself, Ellie, and somebody else. Maybe it's Maki. Yeah, I think that's the group. I think it's Nico,
Oh,
Maki, and Ellie that are in a subunit. I don't know what it's
didn't
called though.
didn't they do that in like the second season where they kind of like split up everybody in groups of threes to do some like group searching or whatever? And
Uh,
then that's kind of like what started it.
that yeah that uh I don't think it started this, because I know what you're talking about, and that's when they were
Hmm.
off, doing their own training and whatnot. But I don't think that same group that did that are in this group now, because I believe
Okay.
that group was Kanata, Shizuku, Kazumi, and Rina. So it didn't include Emma, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Oh, and
But okay.
the subunit is called BB for Nico, Ellie, and Maki. So
BB?
yeah, BB. BIBI.
BB-8? Hmm. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a reference. Does that like mean anything? Is it because they're all,
I
I
don't
don't know,
know.
is it because they're all a certain way or whatever? Do they have B's in their name?
Let's look up BB and see what we find.
Be sure to don't type in BB-8 because you'll find something else.
Uh Thank you for the warning. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any method to it. No, it doesn't seem like there is. Seems like they just created this name.
They're just
Wait, wait,
BB. Okay.
wait, hold on. Nope, never mind. Never mind. But according to the trivia, BB has always been the most popular subunit with single cells above the other two units. So this is the most popular subunit we have, BB.
Wow. Well, I'll be damned. I had no idea.
That makes sense because Nico and Maki are like like some of the more popular characters in Love Live. In fact, I think they're like the most popular characters in Love Live, like period.
Yeah, Nico just has her own type of thing. Hell, she has her own catchphrase. Nico Nico ni.
Yeah, she's just one of those characters that kind of supersedes her own show. Like you may have seen her and not know what show she belongs to.
That's
Like she's
very
like
true.
one of those. She's like one of those type of characters.
Could you imagine Nico and Kasumin ever interacting?
It will
I feel,
be, it'll be pretty cool. I
I
would,
feel
I need to see it.
I feel like they both kind of share the same type of like personality in a way. They both have that kind of like conniving side to them. They're both extra cute with they believe cute is awesome.
Yeah,
I could see it working.
yeah, and what's interesting about them is they both have the storyline of them. Now, Kazumine isn't technically the creator of. Well, she is technically the creator of this new group they have, but if you remember, she was in she had a school idol club. I forgot everybody who was in it, but um they had their own club with, I know Kanata was in it for sure. They had their own club, but it disbanded. So that was something that Nico also had, because she had her own group before she eventually had the group that we know. So
Wow.
They're definitely parallels.
The more you know.
So let's talk about courts and everything that happened with them. So we went to everybody's house to kind of see what everybody wanted to do, just so everybody could properly express themselves and so they could figure out what they wanted to do exactly, since they had to agree on something eventually. So the first place we went to was Kasumi's house, and all we did there was wear cute outfits.
We saw
um
her baby picture.
oh yeah, we saw a baby picture. That was pretty cute. It looked like an actual baby picture. Like it wasn't like photogenic.
Right. She was very pouty and upset, like most kids are. And parents taking those pictures going, "Oh, it's so cute. They're so pissed."
Yeah. That is how you do a baby picture. Like, most babies aren't going to be smiling ear to ear.
Right.
But yeah, so we went to Kasumi's house, and everybody tried on outfits, which, okay, Kazumi said that she borrowed outfits from this club, from the costumes and accessories club, but how I I would like to believe that I'm above boob jokes, but how did she have like all different sizes for them like that? Because Kazumi and Emma and then Kanata, they're a little different than Rina and Kazumi.
Yes, very true.
Just a little.
She just probably when they were all not looking, just like taking measurements, just groping them while they're asleep, just
Oh
like,
my goodness.
She, this all right, so Kanata, she needs a bigger size.
There's somebody who actually does that in a manga. It's called, they're not exactly the groping thing, but they're definitely touchy feely, and they do like they can tell your measurements like that. It's called Smile Down the Runway. I don't know if you ever watched that or read it.
Smile down the runway?
Yes.
No, I've never heard of it.
It's about fashion and making clothes, and yeah,
Huh.
art
Is it
art is
about
pretty cool.
cosplay?
No,
It's not about keeping up with the darling or whatever.
this is like real fashion. Like, they go to Paris and stuff like that. It's
Oh, runway model
models.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool manga. Even though I kind of fell off of it towards the end, but besides
Oh
that,
yeah.
um, what was the next house we went to? We went to Kanata's house next, I believe,
And they
and
fed everybody.
yeah, we didn't really learn anything from Kanata's house. Like, Kanata didn't really do anything. Like, that was the funny part about it. She just was like they were literally just chilling there.
We got to see her mom.
Yes, but Kanata's the real mom.
That well, yeah, because her mom's always working and stuff, so she has to kind of be a second mom to her sister. But yeah, her mom's a was she in this in the first season? If she was, I barely remember seeing her.
Yeah, if she was, I would not remember.
She is definitely a MILF.
Yeah,
she she is MILF certified. Ben would approve.
he would. But yeah, you could see, and I feel like what what we were doing, or seeing like glimpses of their personality in these different environments, because even with the Cosme thing, even though it doesn't tell us much, it's just that's her personality. She really enjoys cute things. um Kanata is definitely a mom. She
She's very much.
works, takes care of her sister. She does stuff that's like, it's not even necessary, like her like ironing her sister's clothes. Like, that's definitely a mom thing. um
Yeah,
so yeah.
she's a she's a very caring, wholesome person.
Yeah,
Then whose house did we go to?
Rina-chan.
We went to we went to Iron Man daughter's house.
Yep, the Starks family house, or one of them. And surprisingly, we didn't do anything technology based, but I guess it goes with the theme of the board, you know Rina-chan
Hmm.
board. So
Right.
I actually like this exercise more than anything else we saw.
Yeah, me too. Like I thought that was pretty smart. It's like let's all whenever you think of the word whatever, what do you think of? And of course, they're all very different.
I feel
They
like
all
I feel like they had to be lying about like the red fruit thing because I don't know. I just feel like everybody's first thought would be apples or
same here.
strawberries.
If I heard red fruit, I immediately think apple.
I guess it is something that's just like where we're from. Because maybe if were on a strawberry farm or something, that's all you would think about.
The fact that Emma thought of passion fruit makes me question a lot of things.
I guess that's what they do. Where in Sweden, or I guess I don't know.
It's like, what is a red fruit you think of? Passion fruit, baby.
Like they would definitely be like she would definitely be terrible at like Family Feud or something.
Oh my God, charades or Pictionary or anything. It would just literally just be like, oh, that looks like the homeland. Sweden. What?
Yeah,
No, I said blue.
yeah. Poor Emma. And then we
Yeah.
did we even go to Emma's house?
Uh, did we? I don't. Maybe I'm gonna say yes, even though I really don't
I
remember.
don't think we did because everybody had their exercises or whatnot, but I don't think she did because they came to the conclusion that, um, I guess I'm trying to think. No, because I felt like they went to sleep at Rena's house. If they did go to Emma's house, they didn't actually do anything there. Like
You know
she
what?
she didn't have her own exercise.
I'm looking through the stuff now, and I think they did go to Emma's house because I see tea. She poured tea and cookies for everybody. Yeah, they did go to Emma's house.
So that was the exercise, tea and cookies.
Tea and cookies.
All right.
Fucking A.
All right. So okay.
Oh, damn it.
So that's what we learned at Emma's. Because I feel like everybody had their theme. Like I said, Kazumi was just her liking cute things, and Kanata we showed that she was a mom, and Rina wasn't necessarily like personality thing, but at least had the board theme going there. But
Mhm.
I I guess Emma's was sweets.
Emma's a good host, I guess. She
Uh,
just she's just always there to like help you out whenever I don't know, like you want someone to if you need a good hostess, she's there.
we didn't even talk about like their initial ideas for what they wanted to do. So Kanata stayed consistent with just the outfits that she wanted to wear.
Hmm.
Emma wanted to wear kigurumis, which are like animal based onesies.
Is that what they are? I didn't even know what those were.
Uh, you watched a little bit of Dore Hedoro. Um,
Yes.
there's a character named Ebisu who wears like a shark. Kigurumi. Um, I think Yoshiko or Yohane wears like a shark. I'm not saying this word. I'm not going to keep saying it. I'm not going to say it.
We could just say stuffed animal.
Yeah,
Or like a costume or whatever.
the onesie. Yeah, she wore one in Sunshine, so I'm pretty sure that they've had people wear these in a different anime, but I can't think of it. But
I
yeah,
know in Serial Experiments Lane, she wore a
oh
freaking she
yeah,
wore a freaking bear. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. Rena wanted to do a virtual concert, which that matches, and
Makes sense.
her reasoning was actually solid because she was thinking that if we do this, we could be anything we want it to be because she could just create any costume or appearance that they would want. That actually wasn't a bad idea. They just kind of brushed that off, but yeah, that was pretty thoughtful.
Yeah, I would have liked that idea to be honest. But yeah, they're just like, nah,
Fuck that.
fuck your idea. I want to be selfish and do mine, and I'm not giving any leeway.
And then Kanata has like the worst idea ever, which is just to fucking go to sleep.
She she just said, "Let's just make a bunch of beds for ourselves and sleep." And and then Kasumi's like, "No, that's stupid," or whatever. And then Kanaz was like, "But sleep is important."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I know, but no."
The perfect counter. Are you disregarding what sleep does for your body?
It's of course sleep is important. That's like saying, you know, you need to eat. We all, of course, eating is important too, but I'm sure for a concert that's not a good idea to just sit up there and be like sleeping the whole because at that point they wouldn't even perform anything. They would just be a snoozer, literally.
I'm trying to understand her thought process. So she wants to get in the costume, get on stage with a whole bunch of people anticipating a performance and where people might be cheering or jeering or whatever, and you want to go in that environment and just fucking sleep. Like, what would be the point of setting the stage and all of that just to do that? And then who would be the weirdos who are going to stick around and be like, "Oh yeah, I love this."
Right, right. There'll be some people in the crowd that will be like, something's gonna happen. I know something's gonna happen. The people that are leaving early, they're gonna miss out.
Like
And then
maybe
before you
on like
know it,
maybe like on
they're
her
gone.
sleep talking or something. Maybe it's the best
Right,
thing you'll
just
get.
the microphone's like really close to her mouth. Just oh, I could hear the bass.
Jesus. Um, but yeah, those were their initial ideas, and it kind of just what I feel like wasn't so strong about this episode is that I feel like their issue wasn't properly resolved because it just went back to like the generic like, oh, we all have like good things about each other that are unique to us, but the issue was that like that what they were talking about wasn't the issue necessarily. Their ideas were the issue. It wasn't the meshing of their personalities because, despite how different they are, they get along. We all knew that.
Right.
It's the problem of I want to do this, she wants to do that, she wants to do that, she wants to do that. It would be like if KOA had some creative differences with how we wanted to do KOA or anything else, or just this podcast right now. Us having differences doesn't mean we have to look at each other as people and go, "Yeah, I really love how straightforward you are," but it doesn't have to go down to that. It's literally
Right.
just compromise on certain things we want to do. I don't think they actually did that.
No, and that's the thing that kind of annoyed me this episode too, was the fact they spent this whole time trying to come to an agreement on something. They figured out they realized they had more differences and they couldn't come together for anything. Then eventually it just came down to, well, you're a great person. So
Yep.
now let's all
Yeah.
dress up.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Like that's what I mean. It was no compromise. It was nothing really resolved. It's just, yeah, like I love you. I love you too. Okay, let's fucking do it. Like, wait, what?
Everybody put their hands in the middle. Let's go.
Cuz like think about it. Like we saw the performance and whatnot, but like what exactly did they change, or how did they get to the conclusion that they wanted to do the performance that they did at the end?
I I I I don't think we found that out, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
Right, and that's in a way why I feel like this was kind of a mid episode because it was nothing more than just kind of seeing what the girls' personalities are, seeing how they would interact with one another. But then, of course, the payoff was the finale whenever they sang as quartz, and ooh, everybody loved it. It's just like, well, that was kind of pointless, to be honest.
Yeah, because I could see if it incorporated like every aspect of what they wanted to do, what they were talking
Yeah.
about, but it didn't do that either because we didn't have any beds. There wasn't a virtual performance. I guess they did wear cute costumes.
So
Uh,
basically, Kasumin got her way.
I guess we went with Kazumi's idea. I don't know. There was no Kigurumi, so yeah. I guess Kazumi won. I guess that was the point. Kazumi always
Right.
wins.
Right. So I was waiting for that to happen too, to see if it was all gonna be just a little bit of everything, but it never was. It was just your standard Love Live Nijigasaki performance with all the girls,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah, that definitely brings down the episode because that was the focus. Um, but I actually feel like everything else was more like interesting or just it might be fun to talk about. So, uh, I won't go into Yu's plotline yet. I just want to talk about like the miscellaneous things that happen. So we found out that Emma wakes up Karine every day, which
Oh my
like
gosh.
like I said, they definitely are like honing in on this ship. Like Emma X Karine is undeniable at this point. And I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think they always do the third year ships well for some reason.
They they they're now shipping I with Karin because now she wanted her to wake her up at 7, which does she not have an alarm? Why
Okay,
doesn't she just wake herself up?
but before I talk about that last point, there's a reason why they're doing the whole I and Karine thing.
Okay.
Just like we talked about the subunits in the beginning, uh I guess in a way this is a spoiler, but not really. Karine and I are a subunit, so I don't know if they're ever going to show them being the thing, but yeah, that may
Hmm.
be planting the seeds for a future duo between those two.
Okay. I noticed I did more puns this time around.
Yeah, they brought it back. Like now this is the real I. I don't know who the other I was. I
She,
don't know that I.
yeah, she was doing a lot more puns this time. It was just like, yes, welcome back.
Yeah. But yeah, oh, okay. With what you were saying about Karine, like not setting an alarm, they've been like showing you that Karine is kind of a child. But
Oh yeah, she gets lost easily
yeah,
with maps. I forgot about that.
yeah, it's like it's this weird contrast between her personality and her appearance and demeanor because Karine comes off of as a very like cool, mature type of gal, but like when you really get down to it, she's like you said, she gets lost easily with a fucking GPS, and now we know that she needs to be woken up or else it's not happening. Which you would think that Kanata would need that, but no.
Right, Kanata, as much as she sleeps, she has a system to her sleeping. I tell you what, she's never late. She's never like not where she's supposed to be. I feel like she just knows when and when not to sleep.
Yeah, like Kanata has her shit together. I didn't realize that Karin was going to be the one that is like a mess.
Right. Can you wake me up at 7? Sure, I guess. Why? Because I don't know how to set an alarm.
It's a simple fix, and I guess we're not going to have her do that. So
We're never going to address the situation. They
yeah.
probably all talk behind her back. They're like, this bitch doesn't even know how to set an alarm.
That would be funny if like Love Live had this thing where they do the reality TV thing where they have like their little solo interviews and just talking shit about the other girls. Like, I fucking hate that bitch Kasumi.
Oh my
Those
god,
outfits weren't even cute.
I would love to see how that would be because Kanata just kind of has like a very smooth way that she talks and she's just kind of like sleepy. But then whenever it's like one on one, she's like, first of all, Kasumin automatically dejecting my suggestion. Oh, that bitch has it coming.
That would be like the worst thing in the world and the best thing in the world simultaneously.
I'd
Uh,
love it.
besides that, we got a little bit of Mifune in this episode, and she suggested that they combine the school idol festival with the cultural festival. Um, so I guess those things are going to happen simultaneously. I don't know what we're going to get from that, but that's the thing. I don't. Mifune is a weird character because she still feels very neutral in the series,
Yeah.
but I guess she is on the side of the idols. So my whole antagonistic theory thing is looking pretty fucking terrible. But yeah,
There's
I
no
don't know how to. I still don't know how they're going to use her.
there's no villains in here.
I really want a villain though.
I know what the villain is. It's gonna be Lang Zhu. Because at the end of the Quartz concert, she was trying her best not to show that she loved it. She's just like, Baka, it's not. It was fine. Okay.
Yeah, which would go with your thought that she may join the group,
hmm
which
I
I don't want. I don't want it honestly, but
but
I guess it still would work because like I gave my reasons why I didn't want it last podcast, but I feel like it may work just because, as I said before, this is more like a label rather than a dedicated group. Like this, when you think of Love Live, it's not how you would think of like a group like Outkast or NWA or the Wu-Tang Clan. This is a label. It's like how you think of Young Money or
Mhm.
what's a popular like Bad Boy, something like that. It's they all get together, they help each other out, but they also have the freedom to all go solo. So it's not like all 10 of those guys or 9 of those guys had to perform at once. So it couldn't work, but I'd rather that she be solo or a duo with Mia.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen, but yeah, it's more than likely looking like she's gonna begrudgingly join, even though she could do it by herself.
Yeah, if she's going to join, I feel like there has to be a better reason than we want you to join because of reasons and shit, I might as well. Because like you said, she's doing fine on her own. She's doing her own concerts. But they have like their way out, the rope that they gave themselves is that Lane Zoo they like there's something wrong that we don't know that they never revealed. Like there's something wrong with what she's doing apparently. So
Right, because I I personally don't know what is wrong with her performance. Like, sure, she's a little arrogant and maybe a little cocky and kind of like has an attitude, but I wouldn't say that makes any reason for her to join the group. That's no reason at all.
she gave her perspective on herself and the fans, and it was basically like she doesn't want to connect with the fans, and she just kind of wants them to like she wants to like
Piss off.
well, not that. It's like I guess she wants to keep the barrier of fan and artist, which is like I said last podcast. I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. But I guess since like everything is like kind of fairy tale like in Love Live, then uh, we kind of had to have everybody be very cordial and friendly. So I guess that's going to be the glaring flaw of her character.
I guess. But well,
Yeah.
no, what are you gonna do?
What is good, Jay Takashi? That's it.
Hey, 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 hey.
Uh, so the last thing to talk about is the most interesting thing about this episode, which was Yu's subplot, which shouldn't have been a subplot, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the best part of this episode was definitely, the subplot with you finding herself and making a song on all by herself.
Yeah. And
She did a good job.
the reason why I feel like this should have been a main plot is not just because it's interesting, but I feel like this has actually been brewing since episode 1. Because you have you as a character who's very detached from everyone else and the fact that she's not an idol. So I feel like they could have gone places, and maybe they will touch on this a little bit more, but because she's not an idol and uh she kind of feels lost in her place in the group. Like, what do I bring? What do I provide? Everybody else is chasing their dreams, but what am I doing? What do I bring to the group? That's why I feel like this shouldn't have been a subplot, because that's something, like I said, that has been lingering since episode 1. Like, what does you bring to the table?
Yeah, and she played the outro all by herself on the piano.
Yeah,
She killed it.
that was really good.
Freaking, it even impressed old America over there. What's her name? Taylor Swift.
Mia Taylor.
That's it. I knew it had the word Taylor in it.
But yeah, Taylor Smith, Taylor Swift is apparently like a robot, because she's like, it kind of reminds me of that whole Carol or Tuesday thing, because she's like, I make music to please the people. All that matters is the assignment. It doesn't matter what you feel. That's not what she said, but that's what I thought when she was
Right.
talking.
All that matters is music and love.
Jay Takashi, if you want to join us at any point, just join my Discord if you're not already in there. I'll drop it right now. Then I'll give you the role to join the voice chat, whatever. Keep in mind though that me and EA just get together and do this. Like, I would want to do this every Saturday at a certain time to have a consistent schedule, but right now things are very weird because just speaking for myself, the playoffs are definitely going to mess up my schedule big time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with both of our teams in it.
Yeah. I'm interested in a lot of these series, so I'm going to be following the playoffs. So I like, I have no idea like what time zone you're on, but yeah, things might look bad when it comes to staying consistent. Let me drop this really quick. But yeah, we had like this dilemma of, I'm interested in a lot of these. Hold on, shit, let's playing back my stream. We had this dilemma of Mia basically, I think what it was, they never said it really, but I think the issue was the fact that Mia doesn't put feeling into her music, or like her own ideas on it. It seemed like
Yeah.
her issue was just like, whatever the assignment is, I'll play towards the assignment rather than doing what I want to do. It feels like Mia is just a vessel for music rather than being the conductor or the creator for it.
Right. Right. She may be good at creating music, but she ain't got no soul.
Yeah, she ain't got no
You
soul.
know. She doesn't have the thing that most music needs. Is just that mm, that get you feeling.
Yeah, that definitely is like a thing in music for sure.
Oh yeah.
But there are some people who just play to the machine and just make music based on trends, and like, it's a very formulaic approach to it. So
Oh yeah.
it's not. I do think it is a bad thing to make music just based on like whatever is like based on just the fans, but it's not an option that you can't take. I'll say that. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is like a thing. Like it
Yeah.
just depends on your goal, really. Because if your goal as an artist is to solely make money, then going a whole formula to appeal to the fans, like it is what it is.
Right.
But if you're in the industry to bring impact or to make sure your name is remembered, then yeah, I definitely wouldn't do what Mia is doing.
Right. That's the difference between somebody like, I don't know, what's a popular trendy group out right now? I don't know. Any mumble rap that comes out with a hit that lasts 6 months versus Jay-Z. That guy is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now and he's gonna live forever and there's no comparison. Versus, oh, I got this one song. I'm trying to I can't think of anything current. I'm just thinking Teach Me How to Dougie. I remember that was the thing for a while.
Yeah, like there are a lot of artists who like there's like a popular sound that's out and they replicate that sound. And there's other artists who create their own sound and they're the innovators. And
That's
the
right.
way things are going, I feel like Mia is the former of the person who would just put out whatever she believes that the fans would want. And like I said, I don't think that's necessarily like an option you can't go, but I wouldn't really go that route. If we take it to like, if we disregard the music aspect and put it in a YouTube perspective, like something that we can relate to more, I feel like it's
Hmm.
doing something to where like putting out videos that your subscribers would really enjoy versus doing what you would really enjoy. I
Right.
personally don't want to keep talking about Hunter x Hunter 24/7. I have a lot of other series that I enjoy more than Hunter x Hunter, or I just don't want to, or I want to talk about more than it. I make Watamote videos regardless of the views it gets, and I feel like that's why I kind of would disagree with Mia, because for me it's more so am I satisfied with the videos putting out rather than are the fans satisfied or the subscribers.
No, that's very, very true. I agree.
It's all about your goal though, so I don't knock it. There's some YouTubers who just put out stuff to make money, so there's nothing wrong with that.
No, no, people make money any which way they can. And I don't knock anybody for doing what they feels right.
Yeah. So I feel like that is going to be the beef between Mia and you.
Yeah. Yeah, you's gonna be like, it's about art, man, and love, and Mia's like, it's about a algorithm,
Yeah.
and and just getting paid.
Yeah, and if Mia ends up linking up with Langzhu and you brings what she learned out of all of this to the group, then that could create a bigger like an extension of the beef between uh the Nijigasaki group as a whole versus Langzhu and Mia, kind of
Uh-huh.
bring everybody together in this big thing. That's why I say all of this, because it still leaves a weird spot for Mifune. I'm still like, what is Mifune going to really do? Because she's in a student council, but I don't see what she does that Shizuku couldn't, or not Shizuku, Setsuna couldn't do herself. So I'm still wondering what she's going to do. I don't know.
I'm not too sure either.
Is she going to
Guess
be
we'll
an
have to.
idol? What are we doing?
She'll probably become an idol. Just
Oh
watch.
God.
She's just in there being like, "Oh, culture festival." Then all of a sudden, she just goes, takes off all the clothes, and it's just freaking idol clothes. And you're like, "What?" She's like, "Yep, I've always wanted to be an idol. Here we go. One, two, three, four."
It's like my issue. I really hope they don't go that route, because she definitely doesn't strike me as that type of person. Like, and granted, like someone like Rena also didn't strike me as that type of person, but at least there was an episode dedicated to that. And it was kind of like we didn't really focus on Rina too much for us to have a concrete opinion on her. But with Mifune, I'm like, she's very like stoic and just about the business of the student council. So if she just comes out and she's also an idol, just like Setsuna, I don't know. Hey, things are going to get weird in the show very quick.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think the next episode's gonna be very eye heavy for some reason,
hmm,
just because of the way the preview looked and the title of it.
I have to
But
check that to see how it looks.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Maybe the next subgroup's about to be made the next episode.
Let's see what we have. I'm looking at it now. Um. Okay, we have some girl next to her. Is that her mom? Maybe. Oh, I love triangle.
See?
Oh, I think it's because. Well, I think the episode is titled that because I believe I means love.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
I
I
sh-
meaning Japanese.
you don't think it's gonna be I and Emma and Corrine getting in a love triangle?
No. Well, they could actually. They could do something like that. That's they could do that. Yeah, they could do that.
All right. So I think maybe we have an idea what next week's episode is gonna be.
So it's going to be I don't know.
An I love triangle.
I beating the shit out of Emma to take Karine.
I is so athletic. Yeah, she'd own everybody.
I'm
She'd
here
be
for it.
like, Emma, this is what I think of your cookies and tea. Karine, I'm here to wake you up at 7 for life, babe.
Oh my goodness. So I guess that's where we're going with Love Live.
Yep. We're gonna be one less member, but one or two of them are gonna be much more happier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And yes, I does mean love. So the title of the episode is Love Triangle, pretty much.
Love triangle.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just think it's weird how it would just say I love triangle,
Yeah.
and for them not to include I would be just weird if they went that route.
The weird part is they didn't have Emma, so I don't know if they would actually go that route. And since they already did like this love triangle thing between a you and Setsuna, I don't know if they would want to do it again. But they have kind of set this up so it wouldn't be out of the blue because Karine obviously likes Emma. Emma likes Karine, and yeah, she may feel a little slighted by Karine or Emma spending time with other people because I guess before then they were very very close together and always talking to each other, but we got a little less of that, so could happen, could happen. But that's about everything I want to talk about this episode. Anything you wanted to add, EA?
No, no, I'm just ready to see what happens. Some fisticuffs maybe next episode. Some extra spicy love. Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Hopefully things are a lot better than what the surface plot gave us this episode. I still enjoyed it, but yeah, definitely be better. But
Yep.
guys, that is it for episode 2 of the Niji podcast. We will probably see you next week. Probably earlier, but probably Saturday.
You
Maybe.
never know.
You
We
never
shall
know.
see.
Keep your